Saw this one thing where a coach had up all his kids and was like, take a step forward if you've never had to wonder what the next meal is. Take a step forward, and there was just all these blacks that had been standing at the fence, and all these white kids had kept stepping forward because the thing was they were going to race. That's what it was. They were going to race to the fence and back. But you get afforded a head start if, and he start naming all these things, and like all these white kids were way so far ahead, and he said, I just want you to turn around and look at these people because these people haven't been afforded the head start in life that you have. The rich will take that $1 million, put that million up, and then borrow against that $1 million and take out a loan for something.
So you a law-abiding citizen now. Ain't nothing
Oh,
wrong with that either.
man.
All it really
Man.
takes is emotion. It's like once you got some emotion to something that don't involve doing a crime, you don't really even want to do the crime for it.
So I'm ready for the little boy, the little girl.
See, you better than me, man. I can't be on something with no doors going that fast. No.
You ain't got to go that fast.
Say you be
You
cruising.
can ride however you want to ride, however your heart. But
You got
trust me,
a
man.
chopper or
Oh no, I ain't got no chopper. Crotch rocket.
okay, yeah, okay.
No, you boy got me wheeling, all kind of shit. Allegedly.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that, man.
Man, I be at it, boy. It's a whole world like the biker scene and all that. All these bikers and just the chill vibe, the hoes. It's
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
whole thing, man.
But whatever
Man,
make you happy for real. If that's what's making you happy and you can afford to do what make you happy, that's what life really all about.
it is, bro. It
It's
is.
like why do we do the things we do so we can do what we want to do?
So we can do what we want to do. Step outside that rat race. I feel bad for people. That's all they do. Go to work, come home. Go to work, come home. And then try to schedule once a year some time where you can just unwind and relax. I don't know what kind of life that would be.
Sounds stressful.
It's
I
not for
can't say
me.
it like I ain't been there before. I definitely been there before, but
I didn't like it. I've been there and I didn't like it. And I've always been the type to want to go outside the bounds of society type shit.
hmm
I've always wanted to work for myself.
definitely because ain't no better feeling really.
Man, and in this day and age, bro, a motherfucker, bro, could get a car and you could be your own entrepreneur, Ubering and Amazoning,
Really, you don't even
making your
need that
own
these days.
hours.
Just a phone.
You say what?
Really don't even need that these days. You just need a phone.
You just need a phone and effort and
Yeah.
motivation,
And
a
that be a
will
lot
to
of
want to
people
do it.
out. They ain't got no effort. They ain't got no drive. They don't. It's like they don't want the money. They want you to just give them the money, and then they feel entitled or mad they ain't you ain't give it to them. It's a
That's
crazy
big
world we
facts,
live
man.
in.
I hear that all the time, bro, man. I want to start this. I want to do that. Man, I want to lick. Teach me how to do
Yeah,
ABC. And I'll be looking at them. Then what? Once you
yeah.
come up on 20 racks, then what? Because in 30, you that fresh 20 come. I've had, you catch that for 2 weeks, that shit gone.
But you see,
Uh,
they looking at it how we looked at it when we first started. This is the end all be all. We getting that fast money. This ain't never gonna end. Once you done been there, it's gonna end. So you better put something up for that day.
one way or the other. It's going. And it ain't even what you do, it's how you do it. Them cats be just super wild with it. That's all you do. And you don't even put it up. You hit, then it's the strip clubs and the $1,000 a night rooms. And a week and a half, you budgeting from having bands. You holding on to them last four, five,
Yeah.
trying to come up with another. God damn, boy, you manage money horribly.
And the crazy part is, it be feeling like you just got so much money, but it goes so fast because stuff really costs so much. When you get into that different realm of spending, when you spending like the big dogs, it's like That 20,000 really ain't nothing. You could spend that in 5 seconds.
Because I get to the point where $100 is $10, and you're always breaking 100. Anything 100 and under seems kind of irrelevant or whatever. You're always breaking that number off, and then shit just starts.
A lot of $10 is still it can get
A
to a
lot of,
thousand quick.
and then oh, I got to do this. There go that car repair. Let me knock that out. You finish knocking a few things out, and god damn, I'm
Yeah,
back to budgeting. I'm right back to budgeting. I just took care of them little hurdles. But I love bills, bro. Bills is just means I'm a whole grown up. You gotta have them, bro.
I can understand that. I don't like them though.
Well, yeah, I don't like
I
them
tell
either,
you,
but like, gotta have them. That just means that you in America, you living. And now nigga don't have bills. Even when you pay everything off, you still got bills.
taxes, you got insurance. You always gonna have something you got to pay.
Some niggas just can't. Some niggas them bills kind of hit them in the mouth. Some niggas may weather that shit. Oh, I don't even see
I
some
can
white
have
folks.
$1 million right now. That I ain't gonna lie. That $1,000 bill every month. I still feel it.
Man,
How do I get
yeah.
this number down to 50?
Let me put something down. Let me put something on this. Yeah,
Some gotta shake some way.
man, bro.
But I learned something. It's opportunity cost. So if you spend all the money, say it's a bill that you can stay away or however you want to get it out longer over a period of time, you paying the opportunity cost of something else you could have been doing with that money. So you done paid say a $10,000 bill, you could have paid the $500 a month, and then that 9,000 could have made you the money to pay the bill for it. You know what I'm saying?
Because that is the absolute difference between rich and middle class with money. The
Mm,
rich use their money
yeah,
to buy assets. The rich will take that $1 million, put that million up, and then borrow against that $1 million
mm,
and take out a loan for something. So you used your money, took out a business loan for that next item. So you haven't touched, you still got the million.
yeah,
And then that loan that you took out, that's an asset. So that will start making you money. So
yeah.
the profit margin off of that house that you bought or the land that you bought or the whatever, that profit margin pays for itself.
And then wait until you start doing the stocks and the bonds. You can really that money can be making money while you take the loan out on it. And you can take a loan out on some stocks if you want to. That
Without
is
a doubt.
collateral.
Without a doubt. You take it out of the same institution that
Yeah.
these bonds and CDs are housed in. What's his name with Tesla?
Elon
Elon
Musk.
Musk. He famously bought Twitter off of his stocks, his options in Tesla.
Hmm.
But he didn't sell them. He borrowed against the stock options that he had in Tesla. I don't want to spend those. I don't want to liquidate those. What I'll do is borrow against them. And the banks was like, oh yeah, you man, we'll loan you this money off of the stock shares. So he took that and bought Twitter and
Yeah.
come out a penny out of his pocket. Yet,
Yeah. The difference between being like be cash poor, but he's still wealthy.
you know,
He
he don't
got the
even
assets.
cash is just really let me put some doggy treats in my pocket
Yeah.
to
His
you
cash
got to
is let
tip
me pay
this
off
guy,
these
that
baby
guy.
mamas.
Yeah, I don't deal with cash. You write signatures and moves numbers and makes phone calls and shit. That's where I'm waiting to go. I'm just here right now. I'm waiting to rub elbows with because bro, everybody, all I feel anybody powerful, bro, you break laws.
That's true.
There's
That's true.
no way that you can follow the pattern of the American way. Work hard, put in the overtime hours, move up to supervisor. There's no you're not gonna if you see someone pull up in a 6 Series BM and he kind of young-ish, you automatically think criminal. He
Yeah.
broke some type of rules to get there because in the structure that we have, you can't get that. You're not an astrophysicist, and that takes time. I know you got something going on.
Saying like got rich didn't do it ethically. Ethical billionaires, you know what I'm saying?
Couldn't have. You couldn't have because the system is set. And I'm not like I'm not an anti-system person. I believe in the system. Well, not believe in it. I believe there is a system, and I'd be a fool to try to buck it. I just want to learn it. I don't believe like this cabal or Illuminati, and in the sense like do crazy shit, ritualistic shit. Like I don't really believe in that craziness. What I do believe in is like they all speak the same language:
What
money,
language is
power,
money?
money, power, influence.
Yeah,
The Waltons, the people who own Walmart, their opinion to Donald Trump is crazy.
yeah,
Get a dinner with him at any time. With a mayor, with a governor. Could you imagine what like putting a Walmart in your city does? Or taking one out?
yeah. Thousands of jobs.
Influence. What if your city was known for the city that don't got no Walmarts? That would be one of the deciding factors of me moving here or moving. Man, they ain't even got no super Walmart out there.
Yeah.
Employ at like you say, thousands. You can't give me that kind of power.
Say you ain't gonna do right with it.
Nope. Just like if I was sitting with my little biker friends, we was talking about, if you had a superpower type of
Mm.
silly shit. And like, was like, bro, I don't know what the fuck I would do. I know I'd be a bad guy. Like, I know I'd be and not because I'd be wanting to murder or kill or do all of that. It's just that, what rules I'm gonna follow? You can't stop me. And I'm always gonna be trying to get more power. I
But
would
you know,
definitely be on some.
I do it. I had to get something sneaky because I know they gonna kill you. Gonna
So
have
you
a
would
sniper.
want to be
Go
invisible.
ahead.
You want to be on some old invisible shit.
Yeah, I'll be invisible. I'll just walk in the
Hmm.
bank and take my money, and you ain't got to steal no more either. Hey, I'm gonna act like I ain't even got superpowers after that day. Bill you real quick and wheel this out.
I could just like the money. I don't even like with power, bro. I wouldn't even be thinking about cash. I would be on some
But the
real
money,
fat.
if you got that, you got the power. You
You
can
got
go
the
buy the
power.
influence.
If I had the power on some Magneto shit,
Oh yeah,
I
they
would.
gonna snipe you from 3 blocks
Mhm.
away.
I'm ready. I'm ready to set an example.
But you ain't seeing
Or
it coming. They didn't hit you up top. You eating a sandwich. They thought it was sweet. Oh yeah.
government always be on some shit.
They have poisoned you. Your sandwich got all type of toxins in it. They didn't kill everybody in that whole town just to kill you because you tripping.
Yeah, they don't mind too. They'll call it an accident.
Yeah. It was a
Murk some
nuclear
shit.
test going wrong. We ain't mean to blow up the city. With him in
Mhm.
there, he had to go.
He had to go. You interview a whole bunch of folks, man. You
I
got a
tried a
roster.
little bit.
Yeah, I was looking at you. I'm like, damn, man. What city you in?
Detroit.
Detroit. That's where all the fun folks is, man. I don't know what's going on in my city, man. I can't find them.
No, y'all got some people. I done had some people from Florida. You in Florida, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I done had some people from Florida even come down to see me. It's just wild down there. It's like people with the motion down in Florida, they be a little bit on the wild side.
yeah. They be motion. Not
At
slow
least
motion
of
either.
our
They
skin color, you feel me? Because the white people that be like that, they don't. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But the
no.
black people they get the money, they go start living wild.
They want to let you know from here. The posts here.
Even
I
past
get
that,
scared of
they want to
posting.
go buy some guns. You age of the YNs, nah. It's all about you done went and got some money. Now somebody got to die now.
Somebody got to die. I got to prove a point.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it. I'm shit. I'm on this side. I don't even. I just want to ride my motorcycle, man. I enjoy being free. I don't even get mad no more. I got zero road rage. I've
yeah.
been out of jail and prison and for about 4 years now. I think three, four, maybe five. What this 2025? About 6 years. This is
Mm-hmm.
my longest stretch ever. You can't tell me a motherfucking thing. I'm ready to vote. You can't tell me shit, bro.
So you a law-abiding citizen now. Ain't nothing wrong
Oh
with that either.
man.
All it
Oh
really
man.
take is motion. It's like once you got some motion to something that don't involve doing a crime, you don't really even want to do the crime for
I just be on my chill shit, man.
it. Yeah.
I just be on my chill. Let me ask you, what's the craziest? Well, not the craziest guest you've had, but like, what in your guests and interviews? What's the one cat you was like, you know what, that nigga got it going on. If I was still active, that nigga, I respect what he got going on. You got somebody that comes to your mind?
What you mean as far as he got some sauce, or as far as he just living good, doing good on what he doing.
Let's go with the sauce. Like this dude here is on his peas. Back in my day, uh oh,
I'm saying you got some sauce. You said it's really. I done learned something from watching y'all podcasts and y'all interviews. You know what I'm saying? So even from that, I got to give it to you. It's the people from my city. You know us. We all do the same things anyway. And then from them, like they all come to me and ask me a question about a lot of things. But there's certain stuff. If I got a question, it ain't nobody I can really ask about them certain questions. You know what I'm saying?
right, right, right.
But it's always
You know the difference.
because y'all do stuff a little bit different.
Yeah,
That you know what I'm saying?
yeah. And there's a difference between hitting a lick and you got the
Yeah,
sauce on a lick and fraud. Like
yeah.
a cat that's in the fraud knows.
Different
You
ball.
know fraud. So I can take, damn, what you got going on? And you can break it down, be like, oh, I'm gonna hold you right in there. I know exactly what's going on. And then bada boom, bada bing. Or a nigga that's got the Walmart thing going and he might be real good at that, but you don't really. Phone ain't looming with the ID man, the print man, the this man, the girl that can get the accounts, the yeah,
Let's be
oh
on that.
Zach.
Let's do this. Let's have a back and forth of purely hypothetical. You know what I'm saying? But I know the people enjoy it. If we had a back and
Right,
forth just talking about a hypothetical situation.
right.
Now we ain't got to if you ain't comfortable doing it, but
No,
this
I'm
is
with it.
just
I'm with
hypothetical.
it. I'm with it. Okay.
Okay, let's say I went and got a name, bought the social to match my name, or even before I got the name, I went and found the address somewhere affluent. You know what I'm saying? Then from there,
Okay.
I found the name to match it off of a background reporting site. Then got the social to match it off vendors like the Telegram vendors. Then from there, maybe got the ID to match. Vendors that do that too. So all in maybe $300 by now.
Okay.
It's like where do you really go from there? You can open some bank accounts. You can get some credit.
So that's the first thing I'd be thinking. Open up a bank account because if I ain't got nothing else to do, I'm sitting on these bank accounts until I figure it out. And while I'm sitting on them bank accounts, it's maturing.
Yeah,
First 30 days, you can't pull $20 without five people looking at you electronically. So I like it to sit and muster and in that oven. So that's the first thing I'm thinking of. And that's only going to take 25 bucks. Open it up, sit that $25 in there. So once I get, and then I can open a few at my leisure. I'm going to try to have three on deck. The most popular ones are the ones that I know that are most susceptible. And then I put my feelers out and I see who's doing what and who I trust because I don't want, these are prime, and I don't want nobody putting no stuff that you bought off a vendor
yeah,
in these. We don't know how good the info is.
right, right,
And there's always somebody out there with something real good.
yeah,
So I sit on that, especially with a Chase, a Bank of America, or Wells
yeah,
Fargo. So I'm going to sit on those accounts until I can get something. The best bet is once I get these accounts is, and if I got a couple dollars, I'm gonna open up a business account,
mm-hmm.
which is that's all clickety click, and get my fictitious name and all the stuffs to get
Right,
whatever account is open that's easiest for me to get, just so I can just have that and I can sit on that dope because there's always something with a bank account. Now I have this identity. Hopefully, I can get it in a driver's license, but that doesn't matter because there's other things I could do. I'm not really thinking on like a retail level because of retail, phones and all of that
yeah.
are just too. I don't really like the phone game and getting stuff
You say
game.
it's too small.
Because there's so much scrutiny on it. And like the employees, they deal with people every day, every day, every day. And the average person comes in and get a phone.
Right,
They got to kind of talk into the high end Apple. Whereas we come in with this, no, we want three. Well, how many I can? Oh, I got approved for five. Okay, aunt, my uncle, my niece. I'll take three. Of your high end such and such. And those are red flags to anybody that's smart. Or you may have the young associate. You can do your thug thizzle, but when you're clicking, the algorithm is letting AT&T all them. It looks a little odd. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't like all that scrutiny on, brand when I can, everything that I'm doing is all electronic. Oh, you got an account? Boom, let's drop that. Bank. I can download the app and watch it when it clears. Once it clears, I can go to the post office, swipe that card, and get money orders. $1,000 money orders a piece up to, I think they're down to three now. You may be able to get five. Let's just say three and swipe. And then I can wire and however have you. Whatever goes in, I can wire and do move it all electronically.
Ways around that too now though.
Yep.
Like even as far as the phones too and the scrutiny of that, say you started off with a postpaid or a little janky phone, then you came back in a month, upgraded, then you came back in a month, added a line, then you came back, added a line, you forth and so forth. And if you wanted to add some information to the credit report, like add phone number to the credit report, that's a simple way to do it. You know what I'm saying? It take a little
Yeah.
bit of time, but if your play took a long time anyway, you simple way to add that on to it.
Facts. Yeah, I
I
got no
do agree
problem. I
with
mean,
that.
it's a good
It's not the way a
phone.
lot of people do it. So I see what you're saying. Like people, they go get 10 names, try to go get 50 phones all in one week. You know what I'm saying? And that's
It
the
ain't what
hotter
you do,
way.
it's how you do. And even getting one phone every day or whatever, everything is a bonus.
Yeah,
A plus. And if you a sharp nigga, and if you're making 350 $350 every other day on your grind, but like you sharp nigga, you can turn that into something
for
because
sure.
it's all profit. It's all in the profit. Stack. Now in 2 weeks, because you don't want to rush to try to catch up the Bandgang. You ain't going to. So worry about your game. So you stack up them little 350s that you make. Now you got a little something else. Now you can invest and do something else.
Hmm.
I think
You
that's the
know what I
problem
think
with,
changed the game on it?
you said what?
You know what I think changed the game on it, or
What's
some lately type of thing? I just happen to have one laying around over here. But these right here,
what
when
is that?
see, this is a prosthetic face. So I can put this face on my face and nah, I'm a new man. You know what I'm saying?
A prosthetic face.
Yeah. You use that for movies, you feel me? Like I got a business that's selling, but just for movies, you know what I'm saying? But other people, they might use it for something different. And then you passing the verification because it's a live picture, you know what I'm saying? It's really you. So all that them live verifications, they passing those now. But it's not their face. And facial recognition can't pick it up as their face because it's really not their face. The features is different.
You just made me feel so old. This
Don't
nigga got
don't feel like that, man. It's not a lot of people on it.
this nigga got a that's gang. Like gang. Tell
Levels to
Zach.
it, man. High level fraud is different.
Yeah, wait till I tell Zach, man. And it's good that you have this type of thing to show to people, your fraud prevention movement. That's sensational.
Yeah.
Wait till I tell Zach. Wait till I tell Zach. So yeah, and with Zach, man, so he's got some. It's like a lot of bullshit, and they've already offered him like served. He's got two different counties, so time served, and then the other county's mad that the other county that has the majority of stuff's offering time served, so they're gonna make him sit for a few months, and there's like federal hold because of whatever the reason. He had completed everything, but it was right at he completed in December. This stuff came up January, so they kind of with that, but all financial everything was satisfied and shit. So we just kind of out. He's got a great attorney. Shout out to a few of the cats that sent Zach some tender vittles and stuff. They sent it directly to me, and he trusts me. He got it. So, shout out to y'all.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah, yep. Couple 50 bangers.
That's real love.
Let's see.
Lord,
So,
Lord knows it's a recession. They ain't trying to send nothing right now.
bro, when you go to jail, you see what it's hidden for. Like you see what your family and friends really think about you. Because it's like on that app to send the money. It's complicated. It's gonna take more than the little 2, 3, 5 minutes. And who's gonna dedicate that time? Who's gonna put the card information in and
Yeah.
send this bill that they ain't finna get nothing back on? You know?
You know what? I got a story on that because people take advantage of that. I'm the type of person like rock together while you was out. I'm gonna take care of you while you in there. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
some of the homies they get beside themselves. You know, like I know you can only spend $300 a month. So when you ask me for more than $300 a month, I know you either gambling, smoking some weed, or whatever. You know, which is
Yeah.
cool. You got your time, but you a grown man. So if you want stuff beyond that, you to do. You know, it ain't like be it for me. If you did, you might have something different to talk about. But so one of the homies hit me. He said, "Ooh, I need some cheese. Send the cheese. It was $100. It wasn't that much." He called me back. He said, "Man, just I need $10 more. You feel me?" Ooh. I said, $10. I sent another 100. Like, bro, just here, go do your thing. He called me back, and this is all in a 2 day period. He called me back and say, "Man, I done got drunk, broke one of the Mexicans' iPads. I need you to buy the iPad for me, or it's gonna be some problems." I say, "It's gonna be some problems. I ain't buying the iPad. You crazy?" And then it's like
I do.
the frequency too is really what the problem was. Like it was spaced out. You feel me? Okay. The call back day after day, and then just try to get a couple hundred and hundred and hundred. Yeah, you tripping.
That's facts. And I got a guy that's in, and his family don't do, and it's become like I'm the guy. So now he's, in my circle, and he's not. It's just that the type of nigga I am,
Yeah.
if you call my number, okay, you must be all right with me. You got my phone number. You shoot it. We all right. I know your first and last name, so you're in one of these inner circles. But like now it's a monthly thing, and then now it's fucked up this money again. And mind you, if I could, I would want you to live well in jail. You know what I mean? If there's a difference between asking and now I'm taken care of. It ain't what it ain't.
And then the people with a lot of time got to keep in mind, like, bro, if you got 20 years, you got to calm down. Like, this is a lot. You're going to be a bill for a long time, so you got to keep that in mind.
Yep. You know how I was, man. How I was, like, I would call my family and my friends or whatever just to call. And I would make it a point, like, this call, these next calls, I'm not going to ask for nothing. It's all about, like, I want to know what you
Yeah,
going through. Vent to me. Because I know on the other end of that call, like, here come this call. So now this is a phone call I got to take for 15 minutes. And that's a distraction to whatever else I had going on, regardless of how I feel about you. I'm just, yeah, I can hear the conversation. We're just getting around to the part where you ask me for some shit. So I'll announce that in the beginning. How much, bro?
yeah.
We don't talk like this. We don't gossip. How
Honestly, I
much,
would
man?
rather you just ask me for the money than do all this talking that I know don't really mean nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Especially
Yep.
if we ain't talk like that when you was out. And not all of a
Yeah,
sudden
we
talking,
wasn't.
you ask me about the kids. You don't even know these kids. What are you talking about?
Right, right. How's everything going, man? What? Man, how much? Who I
But
cash out, bro?
unfortunately, I got a lot of people that's locked up from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like we had our little thing, and a lot of people got indicted. So a lot of people is still in jail from that time period. Now half
Yeah,
of them then got out, but it's still a whole another half, and everybody needs some money. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So it just be that it's people got to take that into account, and then even the people that don't want some money, I don't even want you. I would rather send the money and just have you on like a monthly payment plan. Like everybody get $100 a month. I would be fine with that, but they don't want to get down with that.
They don't want to budget, be respectful, mindful, because you as a baller out here, you can't support you to be a baller in there, bro. You got,
But
unless you
then,
got a
even
whole
then,
bunch of
if you
different
was like
sources.
my main mans, I probably could.
Right.
It's some homies I got in jail that was my main mans, but they don't even ask for nothing. But I still send them something just because I feel bad. Like, dang, I done sent a nigga I don't even talk to for real. $100 this month. I ain't sent you nothing. That's crazy.
Yeah. That just speaks to who you are. Not a lot of cats that'll return that. I might talk a good one. I've run into it all my life. Where we together, we rocking out. You talk a real good one. You talk Moses right out the mosque. You talk Allah right on out the mosque. But like time forward, come time to be real, not talk real, your definition change.
Yeah. Unfortunate, man.
That's what get to me. Real.
Me, well, unfortunately for me, I guess I went to jail first. So you feel me? I saw it, what it was. So if you was a good person when I was in there, you feel me? Even if we wasn't good, But it, and then even today, I didn't ask nobody for no money. I already had, fortunately, enough money to take care of myself. And my mama sent me some money, and my auntie sent me some money. Other than that, nobody sent me some money, and they didn't even have to. They just did it because you just wanted to.
Right.
So people outside, you know, in the core circle, or the people I even talk to, like the people I could call and you at least answered the phone. Yeah, I'll look out for you. It ain't never no problem. But if I couldn't even get in touch with you, to talk to you, man, it's over with. We ain't even got talking about nothing.
Cause it's hard out here, man. I got a lot of bills, bro. I got a lot of bills. Oh, congratulations to me, bro. I just paid off a car for the first time. Like credit, mind you. I've bought cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cash. I take this type shit. I financed and saw the end of that finance and paid it off, and then people gave me. That was the first time in my whole little life. I was like,
Congratulations.
look at old good me. Look at me doing the real good shit.
Congratulations, definitely.
Man, that was an accomplishment, bro.
It
I
is.
think the biggest legal scam is credit, and they hide it from us, bro. Like I feel like that should be an elective in junior high school, sixth grade, seventh grade. Like you should get credit in sixth and seventh grade, credit one, credit two, because that's a whole nother currency, bro.
It is. And you know the
And that
crazy
and,
part? It's
and that
illegal
credit
too
defines you.
to get some give somebody credit over a certain amount. You can't even issue. You can't be a credit issuer if you wanted to. Is no. This is our circle can only do this. You can either be part
That's
of
a
the circle
fact.
or don't have no parts of it.
That's a fact, bro. And it's so easy to start credit,
Yeah.
have good credit. You can have two very small things on your credit young, and then that credit with those payment histories being all current, that shit matures, and now the age of the credit, you keep on getting those C's, that current $200 prepaid card or a secure card,
Hmm.
and you're getting all these payment. Boy, your credit is going up. You're telling people that even though it's $200, I paid on this religiously. That's good payment history,
For sure.
and they don't, and they hide that from us, bro. Like your cash is one thing, then your credit allows you so much more. Like right now, I have a Navy Federal Credit Union credit card, and it's a large credit card, and that's
Hmm.
like my only credit card. I've got a couple department stores or whatever. I've got one card that's attached to everything. I pay rent, I pay everything attached to that directly, and I just keep pumping that full of bread, and I get points. So all these purchases that I'm making I get points. That's how I do all my traveling, my rental cars,
That's the
and
real
I'm
game
looking
right there. Them
sensational
points.
doing A, B, and C. It's all on points. And then because you're using the points with the hotels, they give you a discount on the points. So this is what these white folks be doing.
Yeah. Points
Double
is the
money.
game right there, man.
That is the game, bro. And they hide it from. They make sure get a phone early. Oh, you got no. Come on, get a phone. They make sure you mess that up. So now you ain't even from once you get of age and older and all that, your credit already messed up. Your Tika, your power bill already messed your credit up. We ain't finna let you in. Your first car that we gave you that loan on, and you got it repoed. Yeah, you can't be welcome to this club.
Yeah. That is
Motherfucking
true.
credit.
Crazy part. A lot of stuff don't even count towards helping your credit unless you mess it up. Like you don't see a phone bill on your credit report unless either you get like boost or something and link
That's
it
a
to it,
fact. That's a
or
fact.
you mess it up and then yeah,
That's a fact. So they don't even report the payments until it goes into collections,
hmm,
and then that collections people use a piece of their money to report it, so you can make a payment on it. They want to make sure you know about
it's
this
crazy.
money that you owe, even apartment or whatever it is. Does it go bad? Then they report it.
Yeah, you can get it on there. Like you got rent reporters or Experian Boost. It's services that'll do it. It's just who even knew about this, and then a lot
Right.
of them is relatively new. Like I think Ava is newer. It's a lot of services that's newer. I think rent reporters been around for a while, but who knew about rent reporters when we was growing up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you the people who knew, the people who were interested in like bad credit,
Yeah.
and that be the cats that got a gray hair or two and been around for a little while. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't shoebox this money like that. There's certain places that don't even accept cash. Your money no go here. Your money no go here. They want all card credit. That's the language they speak. My stepsister is OO of Aetna Insurance. They do some type of medical auditing and stuff like high end type of, she know.
Hmm.
Just she's in LA and she flew down here and I went to this hotel to meet her and have a drink and stuff and chill. And like I'm around and all these folks, I'm like a whole different language.
Right.
A whole different language that like I'm trying to get in. Like when the toughest and the smoothest, those elements are not there. Nobody's smooth there. Nobody. Everyone's geeking out. It's like you're is what they're flexing,
Yeah.
not the ring, whatever they bought. You know what I mean? Like when the ballet pulls up, that's when they flex. There's no
Yeah.
rims on it. There's no thing is what you're trying to dress up your car. That's what this thing comes stock.
You know what they say? When your car costs $500,000, you ride stock rims.
Yep, all
It
that on
really
them.
costs more than the Fords you putting on yours.
Yeah, they put all that on them. And those aren't even assets. As soon as you spend on that Maybach, it depreciate. As soon as he hands you the keys, you lost 20 grand.
Yeah.
So there are things that we buy stuff like that. As soon as we get some money, we put it around our neck. As soon as he hand us the receipt, we lost 5 grand.
Yeah.
And don't personalize it and put the big Bandgang on there or however, because it definitely nobody else when you sell it they don't want Bandgang. They don't
Yep.
know what you know what I mean. So it depreciates even further. But Bill Gates and all of them, you don't see them with nail piece of they'll have a watch. And it's some type of timeless Rolex that appreciates because it has a serial number. That thing got a metal case. He wears it at night during the day. Some simple million. I can't
You
wait.
would never know, or the people that's meant to know, but the people that ain't don't.
Yeah,
You wouldn't
man.
even think about robbing them because you thinking it's a normal watch whole time. This is worth more than the fully bust down watch your favorite rapper got on.
To fully bust down. I'm waiting on this to get my email now to get invited to that circle. I check my email every morning.
Yeah. Well, if you
Cause
get, make sure you add me on as a friend invite.
yeah, I'm gonna forward it immediately because we don't know, but we want to know. I think we are primed to want to know. And if you are watching, my email, you can hit my email, contact me at shit.
Hey, if they watching, they already know. They done
They
figured
already
that
know.
out already. Say they the ones with the Nexus Lexus. They gonna pull it.
I'm printing it up, those Lexus Nexus.
Man,
Boy, you be
hey,
making me reminisce. Boy, I heard the word Lexus Nexus.
it took you back. That's why y'all really had the gold mine with the Nexus, because
Ah,
everything else you can really figure out except the car information, and most of that is just on the Nexus. You know what I'm saying?
everything. The color of the car,
Yeah. Any question they gonna
relatives,
ask, it's on there,
where the relatives live, what
hmm
they driving.
and it's all. If even if it ain't a factual, this is what they consider to be factual. So you know it's
Because
right.
this is what they looking at.
Yeah.
You got info that they got there. You can block with LexisNexis. I can literally take control over that profile, block him out.
Yeah. You know him and he know him.
I do. And this is why specifically on my credit, I got a life lock on it. And they'll offer that for free if you've been the victim of fraud. So you just let Experian or Equifax, and they will for free put a lock on, which means that like any instant credit that you throw
Yeah.
that your social, it's going to be denied, and you're going to have to call. But I know that, so anything I put it down and let them know, yeah, I'm gonna have to call. They're going to deny me. I got a lock on it. I don't
And
even
we really
play.
need to get them as a sponsor. Cause that would be the part I could sell that just cause I know it works so good. It's like they want sponsor, but it's like NordVPN suck. I don't want NordVPN to be my sponsor. I want LifeLock. I didn't request it to be on there at all, everything. Denied.
Yeah,
They say, no, you're a criminal. I'm not going.
yeah, I would definitely LifeLock and try. I've tried to hack them, and they are good. Order
They are.
LifeLock now.
It's not really much you could do.
Yeah, no, LifeLock is. You could. There's some stuff and things.
I mean, But if you that far with it, you might as well just got a new name at that point.
Yeah.
You gonna go through that. You know the creator, like I don't told me this story, but they say he
Put his social security number
yeah,
on
yeah.
he did in
But then they
Times
got him
Square.
though.
Did they get him?
They say
Somebody
they got
get
him
him,
a
get
few
him?
times.
Because he damn sure did that. He had this little truck. I remember when it was happening. And I was like,
That's crazy. But you gotta know somebody gonna get you. Or you telling everybody, every scammer in the world, come get me.
come get me if you can.
Somebody just gonna take that as you. You think I'm a hoe?
Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, and somebody wouldn't,
Mm-hmm.
or at least that's what I heard. You know, I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
Told me that.
because that's wrong. And damn, he probably got a good credit rating too, bro.
But you got to know, that transaction would have been under so much scrutiny. Whatever you
Oh
went and got with
man,
that, I would have been so scared to have my face on that.
yeah, yeah. Mr.
You going to
Lifelock,
tell the
how's it going?
FBI on you?
Even though the credit man, so I've used a woman's name before because sex isn't only like a
Yeah.
discriminatory. They don't race or sex.
Even if they did, I transitioned. What are you gonna say to me? In this day and age, I was born a man, now I'm a woman. What you got to say?
God, I'll be like, sir, you a hard woman, boy. You hard, ugly boy.
What I done turned up on you? Are you telling me my gender?
they get crazy, man. I'm glad Trump. I'm not Trump supporter,
Mm.
but like putting an end to all of that stuff. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, we got
There's
to be real. Like
15.
the men is and women's all that. Yeah, that had to go. I think that's really why he won. Because like a lot of policies, yeah, it might not have made sense, but people was just so fed up with all the extra stuff. They like, yeah,
Like I don't know where that movement came from.
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
where it came from. Like and identify as C, D, E, 13 different. I'm 100% for whatever it is that you would like to. But then like you're starting at the very concepts of
People
it
out
didn't
here,
make no
at some point, you got to draw the line. You
you
can't
have
be a
to draw
left.
the line. I mean, we put an option for you out there. Okay, you'll there's option three. You can be in that box, and then it just got out of control. And then the
They should
feminists
never give
started
that. 'Cause at
moving
the end of the day, if that's what you want to be, then you just be that in your life. But for everything, like of just be what you was born as. You know what I'm saying?
for simplification purposes.
Yeah.
For I just don't like the fact like when you push views
Yeah,
on
on
me.
other people.
I don't like the knocking Jehovah Witnesses or the pushy Christian pushing the Bible, and I don't like the trans person, whatever the hair, pushing the opinion on me of their neutrality and their views and all of that. I think that's just it's too much. And then like I enter the bathroom and there's
A man there,
you know what I mean, and
grown man talking about man. Yeah, we just gonna have to fight it out. We don't want
and
to talk
like
about it.
I know it. I'm cool with everything you do in your house behind in privacy. I don't think it should be widely influenced to kids that go through those question phases
And then
and
you
whatever,
see the
finding
same thing got
themselves
the trainees up at the school. I don't know if I should say that word. They be that whatever.
at the school,
That's out of pocket.
and they're not promoting it, encouraging it, like
Man,
go on
had like a
hormonal
little sit
stuff
down with just all of them in there, and it's like they teaching the kids about it, but it's like you shouldn't have to teach no kids about it. If your kid just grow up and end up being like that, okay, life made them or they was that way. But if you teaching them this, then no, that ain't what's up. That ain't what's
yeah,
up at
that
all.
I don't I agree.
And that
And
go with
again,
anything, no. You feel me? Like I don't want the kid taught nothing. Like let them find out about the world on their own.
that's a parents thing. That's you find out. Don't teach it in school because there is no specific lesson on that. It's all
Yeah,
moral stuff. It's all how you
yeah.
feel.
Moral stuff.
Some people are dead set against it
Yeah.
and will quote the Bible. You know, so I just wrong to put that in the school. And you took out the school the Pledge of Allegiance or
Mhm.
honoring your country or all that patriotism. Like that's affected this. Like I grew up Pledge Allegiance.
Yeah, I did too.
And even though we've gone people have gone through what they've gone through in this country. I feel like that's a part of this country. That's a part of our history. So now, fast forward in 2025, there's you turn on Sunday and you can see 100 millionaires that are black. Change two channels. Oh, I just saw 100 millionaires playing a game, getting paid millions. So I think we're in a different place. And I think all of that stuff created the country that we are now, and we're work in progress, all of that. But like when you like stuff, and then like I feel like it's making our country look kind of, I don't know,
It's
kind
worse
of
than that. I think it's weird. It's making us soft. It's making us bad as a country. It's like I'm very, you know what I'm saying. As much as we talk about America, I wouldn't want to be from nowhere else. This is the
nowhere else.
greatest country on earth, in my opinion. I love
Facts.
America, but I just feel like, you know what I'm saying. We should do what's best for America. It's like even when people had them talks about like it was some, the concrete first interview, they got the CIA dudes that came on there, you know what I'm saying, and the one dude was saying how he told on the CIA because of their torture program or whatever, and the other dude was saying, I feel like we should do what's best for America. If we got to torture a motherfucker for America to be safe, then that's what the we got to do. I'm honestly for that.
Yeah.
If we got a motherfucker, then we got to torture a motherfucker.
Because I tell you this much, they're doing it in other countries
Yeah, we just
because of
gonna
how
go
we
hide and be
operate.
soft as hell.
Because of how we operate, we're democracy. People are voted in, so we keep this face.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, like the politicians always lie to us and give us half the truths because they have to be voted in.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to look like you're the good guy. And all. At the end of the day, it's some crazy shit going on behind the scenes. And it's brought us to here where we're one of the last superpowers. We're like one of the countries financially on the planet. All these other countries depend on us to keep the lights on and defend them. So I'd rather be on this side of the strength. And, then there's a lot of oppression, a lot of craziness going on. I know in this country, I can crime like I've done in the past, get out, change my ways, and fast forward in a year or two, I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
And all that
China,
stuff,
they done
I'm
beheaded
not
you.
judged. I've moved up in societal ranks and all that. I've become a status somewhere. That can't happen in other places.
Yeah.
I would be relegated to wherever I stood, wherever my social status was.
And if you
So,
made a
I got a
mistake,
country.
yeah, you make a
Just
mistake in
had a
China, they
black
gonna
guy.
chop your hands off. I'm not going. I don't want to go nowhere where the punishment is death for stealing a bag of chips.
Mind you, their crime rate is, they don't have the crime rate we have.
Yeah, and I can that too, because the punishment is so harsh. Ain't nobody committing. I wouldn't
They ain't
either.
shaking. They ain't shaking nothing.
But I feel like the CIA. I feel like they sleeping on this because they supposed to be sending people over there to commit crimes and stealing the money and sending it back to America. That's what they supposed to be doing. But China's so
They
on
want
it. It's
to,
every door, every street, it's CCTV everywhere. They watched you leave the house, and they got your social score. You got a credit report on what you did today.
wow. Wow.
Man, what? I saw you went on Facebook, posted something about the CCP. Your credit report just went down. We can't even trust you. You can't even. And then they credit depend, like you can only certain places if your credit good enough. So if your score dropped, oh, you can't leave nowhere. You stuck. You can't even get on the train today.
And where's this at?
That's China.
Wow.
But that's why people do what they supposed to do in China. You know what I'm saying? You talk bad about the government if you want to. You do anything out of pocket if you want to. Your whole life is really ruined.
Wow.
It worked. But that's why
I
I
was, I
stick
was,
America.
wow.
As much as we
And
talk Trump,
people still talk about like, oh, they, taxes, tax like us and all these other places. Like they can name all these great things about like these other places. But man, there's a reason why
bad.
people are floating, flying, swimming, however they can to get here. They coming. And
Yeah.
there's a reason why there's all these Chinese shops and restaurants and Indian businesses because they're coming here, the land of the opportunity, and they're starting up the same grants that we can apply to as minorities. They'll apply to these minorities, but their families stick together. So they've got every line that they can fill in another app. cousin, come fill this out, and they'll all get into a house. They'll all chip in on a business. They'll all work in that same business, cutting all these costs.
Hmm.
Nobody's got flashy cars. They got little cars, little everyone's saving, taking care of the kids. They ain't got no baby mamas. They got a wife over there.
You know, if
They
people, if
look
black
at
people could focus on themselves and stay down till they came up, we'd be so much further. But we can't do that.
so
We
much
get a
further.
little bit of money, it's time to go buy AP. It's over with. And I done been a victim myself. You feel me? Like I can't sit here like I ain't sitting up with some $10,000 glasses. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good purchase. This was dumb. Looking back, I can say that.
Right, right. This was not a good purchase.
It wasn't. I mean, it was the image or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And for
Yeah,
somebody that make money off their image, yeah, you got to spend a little bit of money on your image. And I try to
facts.
barely do it. I spend as little money on my image as I possibly can while maintaining the image that the people want to see from me. Most of my
Right.
money go to investments in this, that, or the third.
Well, that's your brand, so you have to invest in it.
Hmm.
There are
Unfortunately, I
people that don't
made
have a
money,
brand that highly invest in their brand and don't invest in their kids. We might
very
have to
sad.
edit that out. The people might not like that.
But I ain't gonna lie. If you don't take care of your kids, I don't feel bad for you.
Golly.
Me and my
There's
baby
certain
mama
stuff that
love.
I just don't like. I'm not a call the police type of motherfucker
Mm,
because I've dealt with, on the law. I'm coming home last night from this little poker game, and girl flags me down in my little parking lot, flags me down. She going through it with her baby daddy. I don't want nothing to do with it. That you because this nigga come on out here, what you do beat me up, you gonna jump in and help him beat me up if I start beating him up. I already know how it is. So yeah, y'all deal with it. But I guess the guy had went into her house, locked the door. She can't get in the door. The kids are in there. Like, I don't know what to do. So she like, let me just use phone to call the police. I'm like, oh Lord, I don't want you to call the police on the man. Can y'all, work it out? Then I hear a bing ling ling, something done broke in the house. So I'm like, Lord, here, use my phone, man. Don't bring my phone over there. And don't, I don't going on. I just don't want the children to be
yeah.
in danger. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I'm no witness. I don't know nothing about nothing. Don't tell. And how my area is, she's still on the phone, maybe 5 minutes. Cop, they be here. They live here. They work around this area. So, he came speaking to her. I'm parking the car. Toot, toot. He was like, sir. I turned around. I'm like, nope, nope. I answer questions. I'm not involved. You're here. She's safe. I've done my duty. I don't want her or her children to be in danger. But besides that, y'all figure that shit out.
And then it's like we know the whole situation.
I don't know the whole situation. She might be there. You know how women
Yeah.
are.
She been in there trying to kill the kids. And you
Kill
in
the
there.
kid and he's saving. I don't know.
No.
It's not my place. I don't know. Nowadays, like different. Like the woman, like her goals and the woman, it's just different
Yes.
from like what I saw my father grow up and how his woman and how women treated him. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was like clear. And like see how my mom operates and how my older sister operates. They're women. So
Yeah.
like they don't tote groceries.
Yeah.
They don't anything that's being a man's duty, they just don't do. And it's just a thing. She gets out the car with the groceries back there and she walks towards the door. He opens the door and now he's finna tote all these groceries and she might carry the bag with the bread and the eggs.
Yeah. And
But
I
that's
was
just a
raised like
thing.
that too, so I get it.
When my sister's boyfriend is hungry, she goes to fuck in the kitchen and she makes him a sandwich. You know what I mean? It when it's dinner time because he's been out all day doing his work and you know how men he's one old school lawns and when he comes back he opens the door because it smells like food.
Yeah.
She's cooking a hot meal because that's her place. And that seems like nowadays like this is there's gender equality and I feel like my wife equal power within the household and then a lot of times I defer to you to
Yeah.
what you specialize in. But god damn it, if I'm hungry, go the fuck in the kitchen and fix me a sandwich. And I'm not being like this sexist or racist, not racist, but I'm not at all. I would
Yeah.
love for my boss to be a woman. I want the best person to be my boss. I wouldn't hold women back from anything. At the end of the day, though, I wouldn't want to see a crew of women at an oil rig. You know what I mean? I don't when the tire flattens, my girl's not gonna my wife's not gonna be up under. I'm finna fix the tire. That's my job. With clank clank, you hear something in downstairs at night. I'm not gonna send you downstairs. It's my job. Why
Yeah.
can't it be your job to get in that kitchen and make me something to eat? Why does that have to be? Oh, I ain't cooking for him. Well,
You
you
speaking
don't
too
even.
logical, man. They ain't gonna like that.
Yeah, and I don't get why. Like these, I'm independent. I got my OnlyFans.
I can
You know,
tell
I
you
make
why
my
though.
own money.
I know. I just found out why myself. It's the music. It's the rap music at that, or the
Mm.
fuck nigga music that they've been playing for years. It done indoctrinated the kids. They done grew up on that, and now they the mamas, and now the mamas then raised kids that's even worse because that's how they mamas was, and it's just a terrible cycle. It's the same thing that happened with the black man, but now it's happening with the black woman, and the problem is the black woman was the one that held the household down. You know what I'm saying? Even if your daddy was, your mama was the one you looked at for guidance and stability of the household. But if your mama, now the mamas don't even want to be around the kids. You know what I'm saying? Baby mamas that they want to go be on vacation with a new dude and leaving they like they not thinking about them. They on f them kids and f my baby daddy and all that, and that's what really happened.
And they're raising so that young man becomes a man with that
Yeah,
embedded back there. Because you have, I feel like you have to have like a father.
yeah,
You have to have that. There's certain things that a man teaches a boy. The small lessons, like, all right, I'm finna, you're the house now.
yeah,
Meaning, like, you're protecting the house because it's your duty. And like, I was enough to grow up with my dad. And like, I remember the feeling of when my dad would say that, this little pride. I still my mom and I still got to answer to her. But like, if I can't wait till you hear something, I'm gonna run downstairs and go get my little butcher knife or my stick. I can't wait to defend. And I think that was like embedded in me. I still hold doors and I do all of that stuff because kind of I was taught. And
yeah.
there's certain things like a woman can't a boy.
Now I will
There's
say
certain
that my mama taught me that because my daddy died when I was young. So she
okay,
stepped into that role and taught me all of those things, and I got to give her credit for that. And it's not to say my daddy didn't teach me nothing either, because he taught me a lot. But a lot of them things, he just would teach me. But I give her credit because she was woman enough to say, okay, I know he not a man in his life, so I got to be both of them for him
right.
and teach him all those things. But it's not a. I figure she probably like maybe in the women that it take on that extra role. You know what I'm saying?
And dedicate themselves to that because there's two shoes that you have to fill.
Yeah,
And like with like guy raising daughter, like there's a certain that you can't give to her as the dad. You can be the Mr. Mom and super everything, but there's something. And like there's too much like our culture separation and a non other parent is purely by choice
yeah.
because you met her where you met her and then oh we've been fucking for 2 weeks and I'm pregnant, and I kind of missing in our culture. And then now like as the music and like you say to your point, like the music is these kids what the girls are growing up however they're growing up wild and crazy and think I ain't finna cook for no nigga. You ain't gonna have no man. You'll have a
But the
dude
man is
that
allowing
accepts
it.
that.
They accepting it, and they really the problem. Because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it come down to self respect. You letting if we stop letting them do this, it'll stop happening. Because once they figure out, oh dang, nah, it ain't working. But there's so many simps out here and men that don't
Yeah,
respect
bro.
themselves, and it's crazy.
You know, and they just accept it and they just want it. So like, especially like this, you saw that though. She bad, she
Hmm.
whatever, and she don't. All I'm spending on her. Damn, I need my phone bill paid. Well, you need to go to work.
And if
You need
it's
to go to
your
work.
woman, you know what I'm saying. And then it's a difference even between being your woman and your wife. You know what I'm saying.
Facts.
But a lot of people be
And
forgetting that.
see, and see, in this culture, we only have one wife,
Yeah,
and that that's I'd say the white man's, but like in this country, and
yeah,
we've raised this culture, it's one wife. Whereas how we were And in other countries, you have a wife, you have a concubine,
Mm-hmm.
or that's in China and Japan, or you have a wife, you have other wives, and you take care of them. It's not like you love one and love the other one more and all of that. It's just like you have four kids. Which
Yeah.
one you love the most? You love them. It might you have a favorite and all that, but you love them all. And whether you can take care of
Yeah.
three wives, four, because the wives know their place in these other places. Like you see the Muslims that cover. I think that's so sexy. Like I see that under that veil, like I see this vase, and she's all, and the purpose of that is because I am his. You're not supposed to see any of this. I'm dedicated.
But you
And
know
it's
what it
the
come down
exact
to?
opposite here. It's the exact opposite.
It come down to selfishness. Because the women be so selfish and they know, okay, I can just go get another man. So instead of taking the sacrifice to be like, okay, I'm gonna keep the together, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, what I need to do. Because I don't want her to grow up with this fragmented household. I don't want my daughter to grow up thinking her mama supposed to live like this. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be selfish and go do it this way. Nah,
You know,
it's not even to say it's not men out here that's selfish too. But it didn't used to be the women. And I can put fault on the men that started it too. Cause I think we did kind of started like a lot of men that left the house and f them kids. You know what I'm saying? And had we stayed and kept them families together, I think we would have never had this problem. Cause all the women would have been on lockdown. If you stayed and kept your family together, this never would have happened. But we rap music got to us first, and we started roaming the streets, and now they roaming the streets, and it's just gone too far now.
yeah. Because that family is so powerful, bro.
Yeah.
There's nothing like siblings because you're bound by
Mm-hmm.
blood. Having a powerful dad or having a powerful mom or having that's backup.
Yeah.
And these other cultures have that. Like they lean on their parents for co-signing stuff to get them started, and the sister and this and that, and they can lean on that or provide support for it. And like ours has just let go, like from the beginning.
Yeah.
Saw this one thing where a coach had up all his kids and was like, take a step forward if you've never had to wonder what the next meal is. Take a step forward. And there was just all these blacks that had been standing at the fence, and all these white kids had kept stepping forward because the thing was they were going to race. That's what it was. They were going to race to the fence and back. But you get afforded a head start if, and he started naming all these things, and like all these white kids were way so far ahead. And he said, I just want you to turn around and look at these people because these people haven't been afforded the head start in life that you have. All the things that you've taken for granted and stuff, these cats had to live. I was like, wow, I didn't see that lesson coming.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a clear as day. Literally, y'all have had this head start in life, and cats haven't even don't even understand what an application for a credit card or how to work it. They homeboys have to teach it to them or whatever. I know a lot of my homeboys taught me a lot of shit. I
You know
just
what?
chose.
That is a good lesson, but I feel like those type of lessons they a blessing and a curse. Cause some people gonna take that, and it might help white people to be more. It's some black people that take that and then feel like, well, yeah, y'all just had a head start, so I ain't gotta work as hard, or y'all should just help me. And that entitlement is gonna hold you back more than it's gonna help you.
You know,
As we just gotta ignore it and do good regardless. But sometimes we, just as get too focused on the narrative rather than changing it. You know what I'm saying? Like you too
that's
focused what
right.
it is. We supposed to be changing it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I see that a lot. Like people have like much blame they want to
Mm-hmm.
place, or they're waiting on the I'm finna get, or the tax returns, or my lawsuit that's come. Bro, here's your cards. The hand has been dealt, bro. Here's your
Yeah.
cards. You ain't got the three trump, bro. You just gotta play this motherfucker. You gotta play your hand, man. Like I got out, and I didn't have hustles. I had nothing going on. Got out the chain gang. I had nothing going on. I know where they're hiring at. Day labor.
Yeah.
So until I can figure it out, bro, I'm finna go clock in and get me $75.
Definitely.
And $75 ain't finna do nothing. So I saved that. I need a couple $75 to even feel like I got something in my pocket. And pretty soon I done saved up 10 checks. I cashed one, another 10 checks. Now I'm ready to get a car so I can make my little. I can get mobile. I can be broke, but a little spread my hustle a little farther. I can figure some
Yeah.
stuff out. So then I went to. I heard about trade labor where you can be skilled. That's what it was, skilled labor. I went there and lied on it. The only thing I told the truth about on that application was my name and social security number. I had 4 years of experience with electrician work, plumbing work, carpentry. I don't know anything. I can't identify tools good. Hand me a 4-inch Allen wrench. Bro, you want to point that out. But I was an electrician during that time. I was a plumber. I'm not a carpenter. I worked at Amtrak, bending pipes electrical with Amazon. That was my best paying job. Lied about anything. I know I'm competent.
Yeah.
I know if you show me what the fuck to do, I'm gonna be the first one here, last one to leave, and I'm gonna put in a good day's work.
And then you know they gonna shoot because they don't care how you've been doing it over there. They want you to do it like this over here. So you always
Yep,
gonna get the new lesson at the job.
yep. And that's just how I am with life. Like I don't have, and back there I got no hustles going on. I got no licks going on. I had no I didn't want to do it no more. I know where they're giving out money,
Hmm.
jobs. They call them jobs. So I'm not, if to me, when I'm looking for a job, I'm not just kind of asking people, but who hiring? People consider I'm looking for a job. Me, I'm gone.
Yeah, you
I'm
filling
in the
up them
wind. I'm
apps.
up at 8. I'm out in the wind. I submitted an app. Hey, what's going on? I'm 6. I submitted an application online. I just wanted to come touch base with is the hiring manager in? And even if I don't get to see him, I just let my voice. Yeah, 6 was here. I've never had a problem with like I need a job. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work until I find another job.
The problem is people be thinking the job is just like that ain't where you got to end up. That's just to get you to where you got to be, man. I done worked plenty of jobs, and then
Just because I ain't got nothing going on, I gotta do something.
you got to.
I gotta make money, bro.
What are
That's
your
how you.
choices, broke or jobs? You need job.
And I don't like being broke. And I love having things.
Yeah,
I'm a things having motherfucker. I believe in you only live once. I don't want to be, poor and I like having money because it affords you comfort and
hmm,
comfortability. Some people call it materialistic. I call it life in this country, you know.
yeah. Hey, I done had people on only scams. You know, they hit me, some messages to ask me questions or whatever. I had somebody hit me up say, "Yeah, man, I'm 16. Hypothetically, what if it was a scammer? He was 16, didn't have a car, had $50, and wanted to get active." I say, "What? It sounds like he need to get a job, because what you gonna do with $50 and no car? See, what you go? What would he do? Take an Uber there? That's the $50. You know what I'm saying? Like poison. Job ain't poisonous. Go get some money. You need to even if
No,
you was gonna go down that route, you would have to do it from a position of strength and not struggle, or else you gambling. Because if you only got $50 and you went and got some the weakest of the weak work you could possibly find for the cheapest of the cheap, man, you throwing dice in the dark. You don't know what's gonna land.
yep, yep. That's exactly it. And usually, like when the scammers hit those first few times, or you do all this stuff in desperation, now months down the line when you're doing okay, all that stuff you did back then
Yeah.
and
Now
you
you
did it,
gamble.
used your real name because you needed to come up. Now you're finna pay for all that. It's
Yeah.
coming, and it always does. Unfortunately, that's what Zach's going through, where he, had to allegedly. I don't know if that was my best guess. I would say that that's kind of situation that happened,
Yeah.
and
And
it's
I can
supposed to.
understand it just ain't worth it.
No, man, it's too much. It's too much money out here, bro. There's too many opportunities if
Hmm.
you just work hard.
Yeah.
If you put in a whole bunch of effort, like if even in this stuff, like if I buckled up like Matt, Jesus Christ, all he does, and when he ain't got nothing popping, he's gonna and
Oh,
put out some bullshit.
hold on 1 second. Let me put this other battery in.
Oh, this time it is your signal, motherfucker.
Not the signal though. The camera battery done died on me.
Oh, okay, okay. What is that? Gelato?
The gelato.
Yeah, that's what the either the camera is or
Oh, the what the is it called?
EL.
That's the hook up to the computer to let you use the
Okay.
DSLR camera with the you know what I'm saying? With the computer.
And while we've got this downtime, guys, make sure you tune in to Six in the Crime Chronicles. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on this week. Make sure you stay tuned in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Locked in. We've got some stuff coming up. And I'll be starting that Six Gear channel very soon. Motorcycle content.
Okay, we
What that
back.
is? The time?
No, this was Sachi.
Oh, my bad.
No. It's all good, man. I appreciate it.
Man, I haven't had Versace in so long. You know what I just got though? The
Okay,
Meta Ray,
they the ones with the camera.
the ones with the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the future, bro. It's coming.
It is.
Yeah, I love it. Love
I'm
everything
looking
about
forward to the
AI.
ones where you can see what's going on right there.
Yeah, so it's camera lens, and it's almost like you ever use Google and took a picture of something and was
Hmm.
like, Google, tell me. So that's what you can say, hey, Meta, tell me what I see. It'll take a picture and break down. Or you can just ask it stuff. It's like the OK Google kind of, hey, Meta, and just ask it anything. And it'll have these AI type responses and wait on a reply back from you and it'll hold a conversation type of thing. It'll open your apps or it'll read your stuff aloud to you. And the way they've got like the speakers and like you hear it clear outside, indoors is something. And Apple's coming out with their version, within these years. And I know that's just going to be crazy. This is Ray-Ban's version, so I know Apple has got something cooking that they'll
They
sell.
got to.
These were about $300. Apple's will be 1,000 easy.
You remember the first ones, the Google Glass? It was a
I
while
remember
back,
those.
but I thought those was cool. You feel me? I wanted those, and then
Yeah,
that
I
was
put me.
big and clunky. But it was me like you telling me I walk down the street and it's gonna tell me the directions. Like, hey, it's a blind. You see in the blue line on the street. Like, yeah, keep walking. Me, I could be like, hey, Google, who is this bitch? Google will be like, oh, that's at Big Bulls 3. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mhm.
Now with
Yeah.
ChatGPT, I use that so much I could only imagine the uses I'd be. Hey
So
Google, I want this.
I'm gonna take a course in that Chat GPT AI to start learning how to frame my questions and stuff to get better answers
Hmm.
because AI is so real and it's
It
gonna be
is.
such a part of everything. I love it. People are scared of it and everything. I love it. I
I
love
think
it. It's
so
just
too. I
reforming the
think
way
it's
that
gonna
we
go
think
further than
and
that
talk.
too. I think it's gonna go like that's gonna integrate with like how Tesla got the robots and whatnot. I don't know if he gonna be the one to do it, but somebody gonna make them robots, and that's who's gonna be doing all the manufacturing jobs. And when they bring the jobs back from China, you feel me? That's who's gonna be doing the jobs, not the people that's mad the Mexicans doing them. It's not
That's
still not
fact.
gonna be you. You think I wouldn't go out in the field pick a cotton? It's over
But
with.
everything will shift. Things will shift because I mean that's just how. Like I'm old enough when the computer started being relevant and the cell phone, people were like, "Oh, it's gonna kill jobs."
Hmm.
When Amazon first thing, people were anti-Amazon because it's taken away from the small jobs and stuff and the small businesses. Like Amazon's gonna kill the small. No, you're just it's the sign of the times, and things change, and society and everybody has to kind of adjust
Yeah.
to the times. Cars didn't kill the farms and horse breeders because we started having cars. Just things change. Things are different. You have
And
to
it's
use
just
them
the
for something
computer
else.
industry. It just needed to die. Sometimes the industries just need to die. It's time for them to
Mhm.
die because something better is here. I don't want the horseback drivers still around. For what?
It's called civilization. Like we progress as a society, and if we're gonna be like exploring space, stuff is so big, bro.
Yeah,
Like I don't. It's big. So to have those type of complex algorithmic longitude, latitude, speed calculations, you have to. Everything has to be computerized.
yeah.
Has
I
to
think
be.
gonna take us so far. Like imagine it's two. Imagine we on Mars, we on Earth, we selling stuff to Mars, they selling stuff to Earth. It's crazy. It's a crazy world.
They're already talking about trying to planet and all of that, and all of that's just talk. Like if
I
we
think it'll
have
be
the
possible though.
technology, if we have
Not
the
like in the next
technology,
50, but maybe in the next 250, maybe.
yeah. I mean, but capabilities to terraform a planet, then we have the capabilities to stop whatever threat comes to this planet. I
Yeah.
think they're dealing with more of hypothetical stuff.
I think we
I
could do
don't.
that now though. It's just people don't want to stop the things that they be doing. So for
We got to what's
stop
going on
global
on this
warming, they just
planet.
don't want to.
We got to figure out what's going on Earth. We don't even know what's going on under the water. We haven't
I
mastered this
think they
planet yet.
know. They just don't want to do nothing about it.
There's a lot of stuff they hold from us because they don't want the widespread panic.
Yeah. And even
I
if
know,
that,
like,
it's like even if they told you, people just be like, it's a conspiracy theory. So it wouldn't even be no panic. It's like just like they'll be like, hey, what global warming? It ain't even that hot. y'all lying to me.
right.
So if it was Atlantis, they gonna be like, it ain't no Atlantis, nigga. You can go there
I
yourself. Be
just
like, nigga,
be,
you made this last year. It ain't been no Atlantis.
I get so scared of shit that, like, is unfathomable to me. Like, aliens, if aliens have been here, do you know how advanced you'd have to be to come from another solar system,
Mm-hmm.
another galaxy, to come to this planet? Like, you recognize, oh, we can be down the street out there, and they're coming from another country. And like, and I was watching Neil deGrasse, that smart black dude, and he was like, so let's say that there are aliens that have come here and that they've mastered interstellar travel. um, their level of would be so much higher than ours that it would be like communicating to a chimp, and we would be the chimp, because like they understand algorithms and numbers and equations that we haven't even dreamt of. Our numbers are still one plus one and times and all of that, but there's a whole other realm of mathematical stuff out there,
Yeah, you
and
get
like
quantum.
they're on the understanding. But the fastest of movement is light speed that we know of. So
Right.
and for us to get traveling light speed from Earth to the end of our galaxy would take 200,000 years.
Yeah.
I may be misquoting that. It might be to the edge of our universe. So to get out of that,
I think
it's
the
like you need
universe is
more time
all
just
things.
to travel.
I think the
You need
universe,
more.
but the galaxy, I think it's the galaxy because the universe, I think that's all things.
Yeah,
All
that's way, but there's other universe. Oh, yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. So it is the galaxy. 200,000 years. So you literally need time to travel in space.
hmm
So, and I feel like that's a whole nother dimension that we haven't even began to understand,
Yeah.
time. Because that's how space moves. You'll never if we set out on a trip trying to get to the edge of the universe, it'll never happen because it's always expanding. You would need more time. So there's some type of way of traveling, and I don't even know. It's hurting my head. I need a joint.
I think it had to be time travel. But they say if you move faster than light, you would be going back in time. So it's like, I don't know. You get to them type of questions, it just it breaks.
Mentally, in my head, it breaks. Like when they use the example of a car going around that circle, and if it goes fast enough, it disappears.
Yeah.
Like where the fuck to go? And it's going so fast that it's past the perception of something. You know what I mean? And then there are like laws that change at speed. I don't know. They probably litter me in the comments with opinions and stuff on this here, but man, that stuff freaks me out. I smoke and sit and think and just go in these rabbit holes of fucking YouTube, and I'd be like, man, this is some crazy awesome shit.
It's
And we
like once
steady
you
on
get to
this,
a certain
we
level of
steady down here worried about this race and that race and women and men and all that, when it's some stuff out there.
that's true, man. That's definitely true.
But I think we this one. This is a
It's
wrap. We've
good.
been hour and a half. We done did this.
We did, man. Well,
Did
thank you
this.
for having me as always.
Man, it is. I done had to chase you down. I called your agent. Your agent had to call your secretary, who
Nah,
was on
nah.
the phone with,
What happened? I was from down there, but
yeah.
I ended up having something I had to do here that I couldn't leave because if I left, it wasn't gonna be nobody to do it. So I'm still waiting to do that, and then yeah, I got a lot of places I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be in Texas and California. I'm supposed to be a lot of places right now.
These for our viewers that don't know, these are money moves. That man moved for the money. Mm,
Well, I try. I try.
mm. Oh, I remember feeling like that. Now I gotta go clock in. I work at Publix now, guys. Where shopping is a pleasure. I wouldn't clock in another day in my life, bro.
Hey,
I would have to figure it out, man. I'm not really a clock in type of motherfucker.
hey, but look at you. You figured it out, didn't you?
Hello, hello, Six in the Crime Chronicles. But man, Bang Gang, thank you very much for tuning in and for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. It's always sensational content when you come to the channel, man. Thank you very much. And you guys go check them out. Don't you got a YouTube going?
You
You ain't
got
done nothing on your
YouTube,
YouTube.
GL
I know.
Clarity, but you can type in the Fraud Prevention Podcast. You can check me out at BG Javar, BGJAVAR. And hey, that's
We will leave those links in the description. I didn't last time because I didn't know how to. I know how to now. I'm souped up now, man. I got it. I got it figured out now. But
so
guys, stay tuned very much. He's definitely active on Instagram, man. His Instagram is popping. So check him out on Instagram. I will leave that link in the description. Make sure you get that like and subscribe bell so you can hear like notifications and all of that. It does wonders for the algorithm. That's it for now. Stay tuned. It's been Bang Gang 6. Peace.
we out.